Okay, welcome to another King's Christian Collegiate ComTech tutorial. Today we're going to look at how to create a very quick and easy dynamic looking black and white image. We've used a portrait here of The Rock. Of course, it doesn't have to be a human portrait. This is just a really good photograph that I happen to have handy, and so this is the one we'll be using. So this is what we're trying to accomplish at the end, and if you want to see a comparison, this is our dynamic black and white portrait, and this is the original portrait. This is just a Google pic that I took off online. Ideally, you're going to use your own images. You certainly don't want to take anybody's copyrighted material and use it as your own, but this is for educational purposes, and so we will use a Google image, in this case of The Rock. So here he is in color. This is as I pulled it off the internet, and after we've created the dynamic black and white image. So let's get started. So I'm going to start with our original image. This is the image that we started with. The first thing you want to do is make sure your adjustments layers panel is selected. To make sure you have it, you're going to look up here for adjustments. If you don't see adjustments, go over to Window, click it, and go down the list until you see adjustments, and make sure that that little check mark is there. If it's not, click on adjustments and this window will pop up. So the first thing we're going to do is add a gradient map. That's this icon right here, and it kind of goes from white to gray to black. That's a gradient map. Just click that once and it makes that weird, crazy looking color. Click on your gradient bar right here, and this will pop up and go all the way over here, and you want to select the gray and white, black and white. Click that and click OK. Next, we want to go back, so our little back arrow is right here. Go back and add a curves adjustment layer, and that's this button right here, curves adjustment layer. You can see the curved line on there. That's a curved adjustment layer. So let's click that. This is our curved line. This is going to change some of our blacks and whites and so on. So first, you want to just put your little crosshair cursor anywhere on this line and click once to create a pinpoint. Now, at output, you want to put that output at approximately 65. So double click to highlight it, 65. And your input, you want to put around 80. I'm at 79. I'll change it to 80 just to be on the safe side. Now, you want to make another point on your line. Anywhere is fine. You're going to be making the change. So just click on there to make it an active point. Go down to your output and change it to 170. And then your input is going to be 160. Now, we're going to reduce the opacity to about 70%. So that's down here in our layers panel. Okay, so you'll see layers here, normal, blend. This is blend mode. We'll talk about that in another tutorial. And opacity. Double click, and we're going to set that to 70. The next thing we want to do is create a new layer. So we're going to go all the way down here to the bottom, and you'll see this little box that looks like the corner is folded up. Click that once. Now we have a new active layer right here. We're going to go up to Image in our toolbar, taskbar rather, way up here. Click Image, go to Apply Image, and then click OK. We're going to go up here again, only this time we're going to filter. So right here, filter, and then we're going to go down to Sharpen, about halfway down, and then Smart Sharpen. So click Smart Sharpen. This gives us a little preview window, and it looks pretty good so far. Bring the Smart Sharpness up to about 20%. That's right here. If this is not already set at 20%, just give it a double click and set it, or you can slide your slider up and down. We're going to make that 20. And the radius, we're going to put at 7.0 pixels and click OK. Next, we're going to duplicate this layer. So we just created this layer. We need another one to work with. the quick and easy way to create a new layer that's the same as the previous, hold Command on a Mac and press J. Now you've got a layer 1 copy. It's identical. We're going to go back up to filter again. So up at the top, filter. Then we're going down to sharpen again and sharpen more. So we sharpen more. So that makes a lot of these little details and things in this pores and the sweat and things like that really, really sharp. Now, this looks okay to me. You may want to bring that down a little bit. Right now it's at 100%. You can bring it down anywhere. Let's put it at, say, 25%. Brings it down a little bit. Now, we need to add an exposure adjustment layer. That is all the way up here in our adjustments panel, right here, the plus minus box that's cut in half. Click that once. We've got an adjustment layer exposure slider revealed here. We're going to bring our exposure up to 0.10. So this is our exposure, 0.10. And as you're doing that, you can see the subtle changes in our image. The offset, just leave it at the 0. And gamma, let's make that 0.90. That's pretty much it. We have created our dynamic black and white photo. Very, very quick and easy. We're going to group all of these adjustments that we just made together. So we've got our top adjustment layer highlighted. Let's slide down and we're going to grab all of the adjustment layers by holding Shift and clicking on the layer above our original image. Just click it once and that grabs everything. And we're going to tuck that away in a little folder by grouping them together. And just hold down Command and click G for group. And that just sort of files away all of the changes that we made. Here is our final image. We want to look at our original image, click this little eyeball. If the eyeball is there, we can see the layer. If the eyeball goes away, the layer goes away. That's our original. Here's our dynamic black and white photo. And that's it. Our tutorial is now over. You can go ahead and save that image, save it as the rock black and white, save it as a JPEG, and okay, and we're done. Thanks for watching.